What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to do a stimulus package, stimulus check update. And the House, they have passed the stimulus package.
Vote. The yeas are 219. The nays are 212. The bill is passed. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
So now it moves to the Senate. So we're going to talk a little bit about what that means. And then we're also going to talk about the $15 an hour minimum wage. I have a clip to show you guys. I think it's a pretty interesting clip, and then we'll talk about that. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so let's talk about this. The House, they went late into the night, and they did pass this stimulus package. And they did pass it with the $15 an hour minimum wage. And we already know it's going to go to the Senate, and the Senate is going to take that out. So they are going to take out the $15 an hour minimum wage and then vote and approve the bill. And then it's going to have to go back to the House for final approval, and then it will go to the president. And so that's what we're looking at right now. Now, this $15 an hour minimum wage, this is going to be an ongoing discussion, because you have some politicians that do not want a $15 an hour minimum wage regardless. And so we're going to continue to see this fight. Now, the clip that I'm going to show you, this is the CEO of Costco. And I personally shop at Costco. I like Costco. I think they're a really good brand. And he's going to talk a little bit about he's going to be questioned by Senator Graham. And he's going to be asking him different questions. But basically, if you didn't know, the CEO announced that he will be raising his minimum wage from $15 to $16. Because he values his employees is the way that he explained it. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Good. Okay. Lindsay?
Mr. Chairman, how do you say your last name, sir?
Jelinek.
Mr. Jelinek, one, I want to congratulate you for your attitude that you have about your employees, and it's a great business you have. What was the gross revenues last year of Costco?
Last year, $163 billion.
Okay. What about the year before that?
Year before that was 148.
Okay, so it's been pretty consistent, right?
Correct.
Now, you said something I thought was very wise. You're not testifying about other areas of the economy, other sectors of the American economy. You're just telling the Costco story. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you have paid vacation?
Yes, we do have paid vacation.
I just want to give an aside. I can't remember going on a vacation until I was in high school. Because
now that's funny that Senator Graham is saying. I can't remember going on a vacation since I was in high school. It was the last time he remembered going on a vacation. We do know that they do go on recess every month, and they work a lot less than the average person. I do not know if Senator Graham has a restaurant. It sounds kind of like he has a restaurant, the way that he's explaining things, but he's not running that restaurant if he does have a restaurant. And so he's trying to make it sound like, well, yeah, you know, I'm always working. We know that's not true. We know that not to be the case. And so here's Lindsey Graham just basically not being truthful to you. It's amazing to me.
If you own a restaurant, it's hard to close. And if you're not there, people steal you blind. So I just want to let you know that my concern is not really about Costco, because I think anybody that makes $158 billion, you can probably, 53, whatever the number is, you can absorb some increase in cost. I'm worried about the small business owner who is struggling because COVID has reduced their capability to earn a living. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
If you're asking me, correct, I do understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. So if you run a restaurant or a hotel and nobody can travel in the country and seating capacity has been reduced by half or more, the revenues are down. And can you understand why an increased mandate from the government in terms of cost would be a devastating blow?
No, I can't understand why it would be a devastating blow. I think it's a devastating blow to the employees.
Okay, but you can't understand.
Let's
see if I got this right. You can't understand why a restaurant in South Carolina who has got half seating capacity because of COVID, barely hanging on, it would be devastating them to increase their cost in terms of doubling the minimum wage. You don't understand that?
I don't know that I was suggesting doubling the minimum wage. That's not the position.
Proposal is
That's what
over 5 years, Lindsay.
Yeah. Well, 5 years from now.
And my view is I'm not here to discuss a proposal.
Okay.
I'm here strictly to discuss Costco.
No, that's fair enough. Would you support $11 hour minimum wage increase being proposed by Senator Manchin?
$11?
Yeah.
It's better than $7.25.
Fair enough. Thank you very much.
So that was the exchange between the two, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Now you saw the CEO, Mr. Jelinek, I believe his name is. He was just saying, "Look, I'm not here to discuss this proposal." He said, "I'm just here to share my story, and my story is it works. We raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour." It worked. It helped with our retention and everything when it comes to employees. Now we're going to raise it to $16 an hour. So that's all that he was there for. But you saw that Senator Graham was trying to pin him in the corner and have him explain this whole proposal and the $15 an hour and all that. That's not what he was there for. Now, it is true. There is some truth when Senator Graham is talking about, yes, you have small mom and pop businesses. It would be a lot harder for them to raise the minimum wage of $15 an hour than it would be for a large corporation. We all, I think, understand that. However, when you're looking at this whole situation, something is going to have to change. And eventually, and this is like they were saying, over 5 years. So Senator Graham is trying to pin it in on this whole, well, it looks like $15 an hour is going to be raised and you're going to be paying that this year during COVID. No, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a 5-year slow graduation up to the $15 an hour minimum wage. I think it starts at $9 and then it will start moving up from there. So we're going to continue to see this fight. We're going to continue to see the push from politicians who do not want a minimum wage increase. They're going to be pushing back at the Biden administration because the Biden administration wants to make this part of their plan for the future. Okay, so they're looking. Obviously, we're not going to see it in this package. It's just not going to happen. But in the future, we might see something like this. It will keep coming up, and then they're going to have to figure out exactly how they can get this done. But you're not going to get support from Senator Graham. You're not going to get support from some of these other politicians. They're just not going to go for $15 an hour minimum wage. When the reality is, if people are making more money, they're spending more money. And so, although a business might have to pay their employee a little bit more, their revenue is going to go up because they're going to have more people coming into their restaurant and eating. Because if you're making $15 an hour as opposed to making $7 an hour, yeah, you're probably gonna do things that you weren't doing when you were making $7 an hour because you have extra money. You've doubled your money. So it makes sense over time. So in that 5 years, once it does graduate up to the $15 an hour, then now we're looking at a situation where people have a little bit more freedom and they can do more with their money. So I want to know what you guys think about this discussion. So let me know down below. We'll continue to follow this. Obviously, this is something that's going to be it will probably last all year, to be honest with you. The minimum wage increase is not going to be something that they're going to be able to get done right away. In the Senate, you're going to need at least 60 votes. You're not going to pull 10 Republicans over to vote for increasing the minimum wage. It's just not going to happen. Joe Manchin has that $11 an hour raise there. I don't even know how that's going to happen, to be honest with you, because is it going to just go straight to $11, or are we going to see some type of graduation? We don't know exactly what's in that plan, so we'll have to follow that as well. But let me know what you guys think about the discussion down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.